Okay, so we're streaming. We'll see if it goes here. Hello, hello, hello. Well, this is not working. What does that mean down there? I don't know. Okay, so I guess you're just going to receive buffering. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's 9:51 now, and the whole reason I'm doing this in the evening as opposed to later on is because I'm up pretty early, and I doubt that I will. I don't know. I got some caffeinated tea tonight, so I may make it till New Year's Eve, but till the New Year. But I just wanted to touch base with everyone on this last few hours of 2021. It's been an incredible year. In this year, we've placed a strong foothold in the hog share market. We've started selling hog shares. We've got, of course, five additions to that. Five, as we like to say, five bacon seeds that were born, and there may be more on the way. It looks like one of my other younger sows may be pregnant as well, but we'll see. We found our niche as far as crops are concerned, as far as something we could take that's marketable in microgreens, and now I think mushrooms may even be more lucrative, and things are finally gelling together in that area. Bred hopefully our meat rabbits, and that was a trippy thing. They had told me that once the rabbits bred, they would that the female would try to castrate the male. And so I was watching and was going to film it, but it happened three times quick, boom, 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 and all of a sudden she kind of ran her head into his nether regions, and I had to grab Snowball real quick before I lost my my stud buck. Uh, then and so hopefully then by April we should have. And if you haven't seen it, the that was a week when we lost the tilapia, and that leads me to the fact that we've had a lot of these opportunities. We've had opportunities from the tilapia and my whole aquaponics system collapsing to a stink bug infestation that wiped out my entire pretty much every bit of squash we had from uh, from our yellow squash, our winter squash, got our pumpkins. I mean, just everything. And I'm going to deal with those this week. And then I found out the hard way, of course, that chickens will try to kill chicks that aren't their own, and that is one video that I wish I had gotten. It was kind of sad at the time, but the because the chick ended up dying anyway, and maybe that was one of the things may have uh, detected something, may have had, you may have seen something that somehow sensed it genetically that something was wrong, but they were in the backyard, and I was so proud because out of the all the eggs that we'd had, the fertilized right there, we let them hatch. Three eggs hatched on their own. One chick didn't make it, so now I've got these two chicks, and they're happy as they can be. They're up there in the nest, and they're all of a sudden they decide to jump down in the coop, and they're out in the yard, and I'm out there with them one day, and I see one of the hens just reached out then and found out the hard way. But my point of this is that there are all kinds of opportunities, and that's why doing this sustainable living, farming, trying to grow things is so much fun for me because a lot of things have come pretty easily to me in my life. I mean, you know, athletically, academically, things are pretty easy. You know, if I figured out how to do something, I could do it. But this is constantly changing, constantly challenging, and I've got to constantly adjust. And so it's in a lot of ways it's absolutely fascinating and wonderful for me. So but I'm learning. I'm learning so much. I learned so much with the aquaponics rebuild. Of course, now I've learned about the chicks. I'm learning about pigs, and I'm learning about my rabbits, and I'm learning about my land here and water collection, and I'm learning about microgreens and mushrooms. So I'm learning and growing. So what does this coming year bring for us here at Buckwheat Farms? Well, as far as my content, we're going to continue putting out YouTube content on a regular basis. We've got I'm finally unboomering or whatever, and I've got a link tree set up. You can see it in the. I'll put a link in if I remember. I'm already starting to get tired now. If I remember, I'll put a note in there on the link tree. But we're going to do more content that's provides value to you in the form of information or entertainment, whichever it may be. And we're going to be consistent with that. You're going to see a lot more of the farm and what's going on. We'll show you some market days and things like that. As far as everything we do is magic, I'm going to continue in the current introduction to chaos magic that I'm doing, studying the principles of the Kabbalion, and we'll look at that again. That's been pretty. I'm really stoked, but at how people have jumped on board that, and I'll continue to do the everything we do is magic. The chaos intro to chaos magic or study group will be meeting starting again in January in downtown Macon, and I'll also do some more interactive opportunities where I will maybe make sigils with you or have you tell me what a sigil you'd like me to make for you or something like that. I'm looking for interactive opportunities. I'm not real clear on that right now, and we'll see where that leads. And then with in reference to the Middle Georgia Agora, and this is one thing that's kind of been like on the back burner, but this is the central key to it because everything falls kind of under that. And so I'm going to one of the things that being in the farmers markets and at the markets is going to do is it's going to help with my sustainability because let's face it, it's really easy to jump in your vehicle and go to the supermarket or the big box store and get what you need rather than having to chase it down because there's not really a clearinghouse or anything for you to find unless you're running in those circles, unless you happen to go to the markets and you have to seek it out. So, but now I'll be in those circles, and so we'll have opportunities purchase, and it'll be in front of us. So it's kind of a life's kind of shifting lanes, I guess, so to speak, changing lanes kind of way of doing it. Uh, and that's because it's really hard. It is. It's really hard to step away from the way you've always done things. It's just because it's so habit. And so that'll help. And plus, being in that arena, we'll also have the opportunity to really get set up with the CES as far as the community exchange system, and with the CSA. And so what I'll be doing is I'm going to be doing a live presentation, probably like the third weekend of every month or whatever. My first one will be January 23rd, so I guess it's a Sunday, the third Sunday in January, and I'll be doing a live presentation, and I'll be addressing again food shortages, the supply chain, everything that's going on, and then but uh, rather than just giving, because I know in the past I've given kind of general information about the community exchange system and the CSA, but I want to give you scenarios of how these two these two uh, processes can help with alleviate both those things, alleviate problems with the food shortages and food security, but also alleviate problems with the supply chain and linking. And what I found, and this is incredible because I just finally found my way to Instagram in the last month, and I've already discovered more homesteaders, permaculture, sustainable living, off gridders, autonomous people than I'd ever found in any other venue. It's like I found my tribe. So in this coming year, I think there's going to be a broader expansion in that, and I see more and more of those people who have that mindset connecting, and so again, I'll find a better market, I guess I should say, for the community exchange system and the CSA. It's amazing because the people that really least need this, take care of ourselves and fend for ourselves more so than others, are the ones most likely to seek out others. And the ones that most need it are the ones that are least likely. And that's just a mindset. So there's nothing we can do about a mindset. All we can do is, the parable of the seed and the sower. The farmer sows the seed. He's not really responsible for the ground, except we are when we do regenerative agriculture and permaculture and things like that. We are responsible for the soil because we improve our soil health. But as far as in the parable, we're not responsible for what someone else does with the wisdom or foolishness, whatever it may be, that we send their way. So they're responsible for that. As you're not responsible for any wisdom or foolishness you send my way. You've just dropped the seed. Whatever I do with it is up to me. And so anyway, this coming year, and there's some more things that are going on. We're really looking at the having the two primary cash crops, so to speak, here of microgreens and mushrooms will help us where we can go enjoy the rest of this year. 2021 was a kind of a year. At the end, it was a year, but towards the end of the year, things started breaking, things started moving, and I believe that 2022 is going to be a magical, mystical, powerful year for most of us. That our dreams that it's going to be a year when all those dreams that you've held on to and you've fought for and you've struggled for come true, begin to come true. They begin to manifest. 2022 is a year of manifestation for you. So I bless you. I thank you. Stay with us in 2022. It's going to be a great ride. Thank you for joining us up this far on the journey. As always, we love you. We love you. Buckwheat Farms is that's what we're all about. Love is our main means of it's our main means of exchange is love. So glad you're here with us. Have a good night and have a great new year. Namaste.